Welcome back, everybody, to Princesses of Power, Episode 6 from Campaign 4. I'm Scott Nicholson, I'm your Game Master tonight, and welcome back to the adventures in Silvernell, the homebrewed fantasy world setting for our online game of Dungeons & Dragons. Alright, see you after the intro.
For almost 300 years, the great authoritarian immortal dragonborn Olivine has ruled over the material realm of Silvernell. His fear of the water has kept him above the silver seas, yet he found an alliance with the evil mermaids of Eudothia to carry out his bidding. Over the years, the Genasies of the underwater kingdom of Azir have narrowly fought back the mermaids thanks to its just ruler, King Thrine, and his daughters. But times are changing. Olivine has died. The world of Silvernell is reborn. This is the story of a kingdom after war.
Welcome back, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight?
Excellent.
Alright, I want to introduce my amazing players, starting with Margaret Alice, Alyssa Causey,
Hello.
Erica Webb,
Hi.
Andrew Krug,
Gesundheit, just in case.
and Michael Jackson.
My name is Jeff.
Oh, sorry, and Jeff. Welcome back, everybody. If you're watching us on Twitch, don't forget you can spend your Rooter points. Those are the channel points for Silvernell. The more you comment, the more you watch, and the more you raid, I think, you gain those points. And at the bottom of the chat, there is options to make things happen in the game, like giving advantage, giving Arista a book, giving Vivira a clue,
Please.
or helping Celia remember something when they were super drunk. All right, let's do it. Last time on episode 5. Henry warns his sisters about the dangers of food. Food coming to kill everyone. Queen Arizaline reveals to Seer Goth that Henry has been having visions in his dreams that the palace is deeply concerned about. And later on, King Thrine reveals the Tabaxi princess replacements were installed to take the full force of something bad that is supposed to happen to them. The Queen and King reveal no more, but teases more information when the party makes their way to Yarmouth, where Seer Goth will hear from the Order of the Tides, a secret society she has been in since birth, along with her mother, the Queen. Arizaline warns Seer against talking any more about this, as someone might be listening in. There has to be a reason why these dreams know so much, things Henry hasn't even seen. As the princesses meet that magical time where they are to sail off from the Azir Kingdom finally, Mizu refuses to leave the palace. King Thrine resorts to magic to force Mizu into a bag and out of the kingdom into a carriage. Once the entire party leaves the palace via this underwater carriage, they dip into a large current that will carry them north to Sharkfoot Island. However, on the ship, Mizu's demon patron is discovered by all, and her Book of Shadows is found by her side. What's worse is her demon patron, Vaskar, is searching for the Death Book. The party decides this gives Mizu power and keeps her useful, so they all hunker down and no big deal is made further from the situation. We last left off as we were all taking a long rest, so everybody gain all your abilities, spell slots, everything, HP. And I think that's it. You're all sleeping. So I will say right now, you're all having pretty peaceful dreams. Everybody go ahead and roll me a d20, just a straight d20.
Oh, goodness.
I got an 18.
18.
I have my popcorn.
My only good roll. So that's gonna be it for the night, guys. Thank you.
Okay.
I got a
I'm glad I used it
7.
now.
I got an 8.
Okay.
I have a 14 over here.
Okay, perfect. And Venfira?
I have a 2.
Okay, so Celia, Sirgoth, you guys have a really nice, sleep. Not necessarily having any dreams. Everything's great. Mizu, Arista, and Venfira, in your sleep, you all are going to have one conscious dream where you notice each other in the dream together, and that's probably one of the weirdest things you've experienced. And you're kind of standing in this vast nothingness. You're not even really certain that anything's below you, but it feels hard. But when you look down, it's just darkness. And as you look above you, there's like this warping purple energy that seems to be like whispering different things to you that you can't necessarily hear every little thing, but it has that feeling like these are all words of big things in your life that have impacted you, that you've dreamed about, that you've sought after, that scared you. You can't necessarily hear it, but you feel that, and then you all wake up. As everybody wakes up, the ship is completely still. You can see out the window to the right the fast current. And to your left out the windows are about 12 shark folk guarding the ship, kind of looking out. Looks like a couple are laughing with each other and talking. It's kind of a still guarding of the ship. This is about 4:30 p.m.
Oh. I took a good nap.
Well, rise and shine.
Yeah, Venfira's used to see her sleeping in the carriage, but I guess everyone else is kind of unused to it, or maybe like hasn't seen it in a while. But she's kind of like in a corner with all her tails kind of like up against the wall, kind of like has her in like almost a hammock. So she's kind of like just kind of resting,
Rocking yourself.
aloft.
Okay.
She kind of like wakes up and these tentacles are like pulling off her, almost like a banana. She's like peeling awake, and she's like, "Wow, bless the goddess. I needed that. Feel good. Be rejuvenated."
What a luxurious image.
Thank
Good
you.
morning to you.
Celia peels herself off of the floor between the aisles of the chairs. Hair probably crazy ruffled. We've got to be there soon, right? I would know. It's I'm closest. That's where I go.
Yep.
How many naps does it normally take for you to get there?
On a good trip, one big one.
Good.
Yeah. Is it hard to tell like how far it is? Like with the vastness of the ocean and the currents.
You've made this current trip the most out of everyone. So as you look out the window, just give me a perception check.
Cool. I can do that. I have eyes.
Are they open? Let's find out.
No,
Nope.
they're not. I rolled a 3. Squint a
Yeah.
little too hard.
This is a part that's like straightforward, and you're out in the middle of the ocean. There's no land, so it's just straight blue into dark blue into black this way, rippling up top with light beams coming down, and that fast highway of rushing water with multicolored fish and sharks and eels and everything flowing down there. So who knows?
I'm actually not convinced that we've moved at all.
Well, I've been in here just a little bit too long, so I think I'm just gonna step out and just stretch my legs a little bit and just swim along next to the carriage. You know, nothing personal to you all.
Oh.
See her kind of like makes her way out. She just wants to, stretch her legs after waking up, after sleeping in a car for too long. She's like, let me just go out and swim a little bit.
All right, currently right now the room is air. So if you just open that door, the water's going to
I guess she like gotta hold the door. So she announces it because I guess there's air in there. And she's like, "All right."
Isn't there a button? There's a button. You could probably push that first, and then it'll fill with water itself, and then you can open the door without flooding us all.
Yeah. Oh, she's just gonna. She goes to grab the handle and she kind of like consent checks that she's gonna like make it wet in here in general, and just so everyone knows, good morning. And then she will like press the button so that the water rises. And
Okay,
then-
it's
and then she would
a
go.
very calm rising. It's enough that if someone was even chalked on the floor, they'd be like, "Oh, let me get up," as it's slowly rising. Eventually, it opens, and you can open the door, and that salt of the water pours in, and you're looking outside of the ship, and now you can see behind the ship. There is the rest of that shark folk swimming in like a big circular formation this way. So they're all looking out at I don't even know what you call these as a group, an army of whales.
A school? Are they
A school
A
of
pod?
whales.
Is it a pod of
A
whales?
I think it's a
pod.
pod.
I watch National Geographic sometimes.
And they're going very slow. They are very large underwater animals, so it's a big lumbering, majestic thing. As you see way off in the distance, a speck getting close to the shark folk in that big circular formation, and you recognize him now. Oh, that's Daguna. He's a very large, big shark folk, very intimidating looking, big, like, sharp weapon staff at his side that he holds in the water, and he starts swimming this way, but he's a good 400 feet. No, not that far, 200 feet that way. Behind.
Yeah. I think she's she noticed that, but she's more like kind of taken in by the whales, almost like watching sunrise. She's like, wow, this is like a nice view, even though it's like 4:30 p.m. She's like, wow, this is like very nice for her. So she's kind of just like vibing in that, and it's very meditative, kind of just circling the carriage cart, but kind of just like focused on those.
Beautiful. Okay. Everyone else just...
Celia's looking around for a mini bar.
roll an investigation check.
Okay.
I mean, we gotta have one in
In
here,
my
right?
carriage?
There's gotta be one or two.
At least 3.
I rolled a 2.
Okay, so
Getting them out of the way.
there's not many places actually to look in this carriage, and they're very easy. Drawers are very obvious. So you pull everything out, but there's no big alcoholic bottles. But with the 2, you just sit on the floor against the wall, and you're sitting on that big panel that was described when you first got here that was painted by Mizu that says no one in here but Mizu, everyone else basically fuck off. It's profane written on there. But you have no idea where this thing could be, as your head is like right beside the word fuck.
I like peek into the drawers to see if there's any like mouthwash or anything.
Where?
The Mizu only?
Oh, it's behind you. You had a 2 in investigation. You don't see it.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Might be.
This whole time, Mizu's just, like, brushing her hair, watching everybody, like, fumble around, trying to figure out her carriage without giving any input.
Okay.
Arissa's like up in the front, still like driving, but keeping an eye on everyone in the mirrors. Actually,
The manta ray, the big manta ray in front of you that's leading, is kind of like nuzzled against the ship. You just see like one big eye on the top of
Aw.
its head, as it looks like it's just like chilling with its like little tail swinging.
Wait, so are we in the current? Is the current just moving us now?
No, you're right outside the current. So the
Oh,
current's
so we're just-
beside you, this
okay, we're
huge
just-
8-lane highway.
Okay, gotcha.
And you're-
Why are we stopped?
It's a good question.
Celia, do you often make stops on your way to Shark Food Island?
No, I don't think so. I just we could be going. I just
Should we-
couldn't really
Ask someone, maybe?
if we're going or not.
I can take a look if you all.
I just think it's a bit strange, don't you?
I say go for it. Maybe strange.
Venfier's gonna kind of take the initiative, like halfway in this conversation. Like since she's halfway in it, I mean, she's gonna kind of like pop out and go see if Seer has heard anything since she's already kind of been outside.
And while she swims towards the ear, Arista will pop her head out and go straight for Daguna.
Okay, cool. I don't imagine Seer is very far from the ship, right?
Yeah, no, she's just kind of circling, orbiting it, really.
Okay. Yeah, so Vinfira, you swim right up here, it's just right past you, there goes that little Arista. So yeah, you're with Seer.
I guess she's staring at these whales. So, I mean, are the whales keeping us from moving? Or is that I didn't know we were stationary? I was just kind of vibing.
No, they're.
Didn't understand that either.
It looks like they're going from underneath the current and swimming whatever direction that way is. And it's like these shark folk are in a circle formation outside of their whole pod going. And then Dagana's swimming this way. So it looks like everything stopped and those shark folk are watching these whales, is what it looks like.
So either we're sightseeing, it's like a duck crossing, or something is aloof. Got it. Do we have options?
About this time, you see, well, do you guys want to talk? Vinfira, didn't you just go to see her?
Yeah. Benfira's gonna like kind of call over to Seer as she approaches, and just be like, "Hey, have you heard anything as to why we're stopped? I find it a bit strange considering it looks like the current isn't really blocked at the moment."
No, I mean, there's some whales over here which are absolutely mystifying, and she kind of points back towards Dagana and the circling shark folk, and they've seemed to broke formation, but it looks like one of them's heading towards us right now, so maybe we will get an update shortly.
I'm just gonna kind of like, it looks like, what was his name again? The
Dagana.
leader one.
Dagana.
Dagana.
Yes, that one. I believe he is coming this way. If we could possibly get something out of him. I mean, well, that sounded a bit more nefarious than I intended. We can simply ask him for an update on the situation.
Yeah,
Okay,
Krista already is.
Arista, roll me a dexterity saving throw. Because behind you, as you swim out, the shark folk that were protecting the ship are like, you hear, "Oh, a princess!" And they're going to swim after you. So it's two of them coming at you to kind of grab you. 7, yeah, they get you around both arms.
Oh, princess, don't go any further out into the open ocean. Please, back to the carriage. They're dealing with the issue now.
What issue?
These whales are out of place. We never see whales this close to Shark Food Island. They're just gonna talk to him, but I sense something bad's happened.
I think seeing Arista get grabbed by the guards, Seir would move towards them versus waiting for Dagana to come to us.
Okay.
And take a little more initiative.
All right, Seer, Vinfira, you both get there before Dagana is there, and as you're swimming up, the shark folks have let go of you, Arista, and are just trying to comfort you and warn you.
What is the meaning of this?
Oh, princesses, please. If you will all get back to the ship, our job is to protect you and guide you. You are unsafe in the open ocean. There's a small issue with whales where they shouldn't be. They're taking care of it. This is only momentary. We're almost at Shark Food Island.
Why would there be anywhere that the whales couldn't be?
That's what Gunna is going to go figure out.
And I also would just like to ask the obvious question that seems to go over people's heads. Have you tried talking to the whales?
Well, Dagana is very proficient in speaking with animals.
Great.
Yes.
Sometimes we don't do that, and it just throws me off.
About that time, Dagana swims up.
Princesses, please, back to the carriage. Everything is fine. The Dirty Fist has been alerted that hunting season came early. We will not stand for this.
And he's kind of pissed and is swimming by you slowly to look like to get the other shark folk in order.
Who's hunting?
It's the Dirty Fist. One of the 4 tribes of Sharkfoot Island. They hunt these whales. They're out of place. They shouldn't be here, and unfortunately, that means they now belong to the bellies of the Sharkfoot Island. Shark folk. Ugh!
Where are they supposed to be if they're not supposed to be here?
He starts yelling at the other shark folk to start in their formations and get the ship ready, get them. He's trying to listen to you, but he's like trying to get everyone directed.
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
What did I ask? Oh God, I'm not used to repeating myself. I've forgotten now.
Princesses, can we please get back in the carriage for your own safety? It's a promise I made to your father.
Where are they supposed to be? I think was the question.
That was the
Alyssa
question.
she writes things down. They know. They help me.
These whales are usually more north, where the water's much deeper. That's where we go to hunt. Them coming here breaks our trust. We don't trust them here.
You don't like the things that you hunt being closer to you, so you don't have to go farther to hunt them? Is that just like traditional, or is
There's
it like
a long
quality
history between the shark folk and the whales, and I implore you to speak to the shaman of the Dirty Fist who leads the tribe that hunts the whales. I simply belong to the Twilight Titan. Is Dirty
Heard.
Fist funny to you?
Nah, I've read the brochure. I've been fully briefed on tribe names, and I've got it. It makes some sense. I heard you can talk to whales. Do you know from the whales why the whales are here beyond speculation?
They will not speak to us. They said they have said enough.
To who, if not you?
To us.
What did they tell you?
They're ignoring us, and they're plotting something. They didn't speak to us, Princess, is what I'm saying. They refused to speak to us. They said, we've said enough.
Venfier's gonna look at Seir
Whales are like that sometimes.
and be like, well, they are often like that, but I mean,
They're
I do believe we have a couple of people well versed in speaking with animals among us, if I'm to be so forward.
True. I can speak with animals.
I could
Do
turn
you
into a
think-
whale.
Let's confuse them.
Now
Bring
would
our own
not
whale.
be the time to turn into a whale, Princess. They're coming to hunt down these whales.
Well, you're just gonna kill them, but what if they are in need of something instead of... No, period. What if they're in need of something if they're, like, on the run from global change that is being ignored by the government, perhaps?
Again, Princess, I implore you to take this up with the shaman. This is above my head. I'm sorry, I am simply employed to get you in the carriage and to Sharkfoot Island. And I worry with this much aggression on the whale's side, you are in more danger than normal.
Okay, final question, and then I will move on. Do we have authority to, perhaps, stay the execution of these whales until after we've spoken to the shaman? Just so we can, like, fix the problem before murdering them? I just, don't want them...
Ask if you have the authority. Just assume that you have the authority.
Yeah, like, I think you have to listen to us, but, like, I don't really know if you have to, like, listen to us.
Roll a persuasion check with a hint of royalty.
Like a noble background, position of privilege.
Is that like a +5?
Authority.
roll?
No, that's
Fine,
just
to think the
that's a
best of
basic
us.
check, but just think of that word while you do it.
Okay, well, I rolled an 8. My persuasion is +1, so a 9. Like, I'm not a talker here. I'm just asking questions.
I'm sorry, Princess, but I've been instructed to tell you, it is Princess Celia who has authority from your kingdom here. And he's going to pull out this big conch as this, like, almost like the water rushes, but it's because a bunch of shark food just swam right past you as they're forming this big formation in the back. You see the manta ray, and it's just this big conch just ripples throughout the water. You can see the shockwave through the water as he puts it away and yells out in Aquan for the shark folk to ride. And they're going to open the door for the princesses, and everyone's going to look at you, all the shark folk, Daguna.
Oh, they're waiting for us to get into this carriage.
Your princesses.
I'm already at the carriage door because when he said Celia is the person who can tell me, she kind of just like turned and missed that whole like show he did because she's like, great, that's what I wanted to know. Because she's going straight to Celia because she does want to stay this execution of whales if possible until after we talk to the shaman because that just sounds like rash decision making to me.
Beautiful. All right. As you guys get into the carriage, you rejoin with Celia and Mizu, who are doing what?
Celia's trying to secretly like scratch into like one of the side panels. Celia was here with one of her knuckle knives.
Okay.
Mizu is completely missing all of that because she's turned the other way with a mirror in one hand and a makeup brush in the other hand, and she's starting to like get ready for her arrival to the island.
Perfect. Everybody forms into the carriage. There's like, it seems like 20 shark folk social pressure as you look out the windows as they're all staring at you waiting for the cue.
We're used to that.
I'd like to say that Mizu hasn't noticed a thing that's going on. Like, she doesn't even notice that we have stopped.
Perfect. Oblivious.
Yeah. Seer hits the carriage and kind of comes in and looks at Celia and kind of goes, Celia, I need your help. There seems to be an issue with some whales, and they want to execute them, but they don't know why they're here. And I just need you, if possible, to have them not kill the whales until after we talk to the shaman, so that way we can just like really handle the situation effectively. And I just think that'd be the best diplomatic approach, in my opinion.
Are they criminal whales?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay. Well, why do they want to kill them?
It seems to be that they are annoyed that they're in the way and slowing us down, so they're going to kill them to get them out of the way instead of figuring out why they're in the way to begin with.
Can we can just go around it.
Whale meat?
We do need some whale meat.
We do.
Celia, roll me a history check.
Come on, higher than a 3. Hey!
6! I'm on it today.
Yeah. History is a funny thing, the past.
Celia chuckles to herself about that thought.
Looks like you had a thought there, Celia. Come back. Bring it in.
Sorry, the past. It's a fun
Good
concept to think about.
Yeah, sometimes you just don't know what it is, but you know it's there.
Well,
Crazy.
we were talking about whales. Do we have to get involved? Because, I mean, I feel like they know what they're doing.
Well, they just said that they're not supposed to be here, and I was just, thinking, why are they here if they're not supposed to be here? And killing them just seemed kind of rash. But it's really your decision, so if that's what you want to do. That was just my opinion. But you're welcome to make whatever call you want.
So what do you want me to do? We're just gonna talk to somebody and ask somebody not to kill somebody, so that
Celia, if you tell them not to kill the whales, I will buy you a drink when we get to the island.
I'll take you up on that. Can we get somebody to tell the whales to stay here? That way they don't go anywhere else they're not supposed to be. And well, I guess we can't come back. So
Also, that person would be you in this particular instance, because you're the only person that they'll listen to.
Okay.
Have the diplomatic authority.
Totally.
And also, Celia remembers a drunk talk. Thank you, Mike Angelo 14.
Perfect timing. Actually, what you were just trying to remember, all you could think about was alcohol. How it's so great the way sometimes it's foamy. But now the memory's hitting you. It's so foamy because that was the kind of beer you had when you signed that 4-tribal agreement, the first contract of Sharkfoot Island. That's right. You proposed that, and you had it signed. Oh, they fucking love you there, Sharkfoot Island. And in that treaty, one of the, or that agreement, one of the stipulations was about the territory of the water outside, and it shared territory of all the tribes. And actually, it is illegal for the whales to be swimming here. It's illegal, punishable by death on sight. That's right. You remember that?
For the whale? Yeah. For the whale for that long?
Guys, I just remember something. Yeah, those whales are dead. I don't know what we can do about it. Yeah, it's super illegal for these guys to be here.
So why do you think they are then?
Doesn't matter?
Yes!
It's the law. They gotta make a law.
Do whales know the law? Most people I know don't know the law.
I'm pretty sure that they have some people like go out there and like read the laws out to them every so often.
Are whales intelligent enough to understand legal code?
They
That's
can,
no slight to the whales, of course.
they can probably understand like simply placed sentences. So if we're like, don't go there, then that's all they.
If they understand that, then why would they come here?
Maybe they're looking for help. If they're looking for help, then that's something else. But if they're not looking for help, they're basically terrorists.
Wait, Seer, did we mention the part where the whales would not speak to the shark folk? I think that may have been a bit important. The whales refused to speak to the shark folk, and that's why we came to you.
Maybe they're not intelligent.
How could we find out if the whales are looking for help?
Danye Brown redeems a random problem while we have this discussion. So
Cool.
Okay,
Things go
as you're coming together with this plan, talking about all of this, the random problem is Daguna is at the front window that says,
Princess, would you mind starting the carriage?
and like points at the reins that lead to the manta ray.
The rest will hop too.
Ah, sick. Okay, we'll just like open a window and I'll let them know real quick. Hey, stay right there. We're gonna find out if you're dead or not. We'll just let them know.
There's surely a more delicate way to state that.
vaguely a threat.
You can like just tell me something to say, and then I'll say it in a happier way.
I'm gonna make a charisma check just to see how bad I do at this.
What are you doing?
I'm just rolling a.
Coaching Celia is what she's rolling to see how well she does on
Oh, okay.
feeding her lines.
Not
Solid
great.
10. Mediocre.
On the line.
Vinfear's gonna ponder this for a moment and just really consider. Tell them. Just let us know if you need help, and maybe we won't kill you if you need help.
For sure.
I thought you were supposed to be good at this.
Sears like,
to.
Sears like, that's real good. That's much nicer than I would have put it. I like that. Good job.
Mhm.
I also have no charisma, so.
These guys diplomats.
I lead by my might, not my words.
I blame the dice. The dice did that. It wasn't me.
The entire shark folk group is now at the windows as Daguna is just looking at you guys.
Are we leaving or not?
Celia,
Yeah, we
say
can-
something.
Yeah, we can leave. We're gonna ask the whales something real quick, easy, and then we're gonna split. Just gonna ask them to stay here, see if they need any help.
Okay, because it's you, roll a persuasion check.
Cool.
Like, give guidance.
Yes. You have fully prepared that guidance. Like you've got a hand on her shoulder.
Okay, that is a 14.
Add a D4.
Yeah.
That's a 15.
I think that's good enough that he says,
Okay, who wishes to speak to the whales? You?
Oh, we get to choose.
That's good.
I can talk to the whales. I can just like talk
Well-
at them.
Maybe somebody who speak with him.
okay, he's going to yell out for 4 of the shark folk to go with him and you and swim out to the whale highway.
Cool. Can we
and
like
the other
take-
shark folk are
can we
going to
take
just try
Seer
to
with
make
us?
sure you guys stay put, huh?
Can we take Seer with us? Is that chill? Just one more person.
Do both need to speak? This is risky. This is open water, princess.
We're sisters.
My cousin.
What would I do
works
without
at the
my
Sapphire
sister?
Sun.
We're very emotionally dependent. on
Okay,
each other.
you and
You would deny a
Princess.
princess her wish.
All right, Princess Celia and Princess Seergoth, let's go to the whales.
Cool.
Sounds good.
Okay, those 2, Daguna and 4 shark folk, swim away towards the whales. Are you guys just chilling?
Yep.
All right,
Mizu's now digging through the bag of stuff to see what she can put on to wear, still completely oblivious to everything that's going on.
Okay, cool. Swimming off, you get towards the edge. Now it's huge. It's actually, you couldn't see because of the depth of the water and the way the light fades quickly. It goes deeper than you thought. This is hundreds, verging on thousands of whales. And so and they're all just like completely ignoring you guys, which is just you 6, 7. 4 short folk, 2 princesses, 1 Takana. Yes.
Cool.
He says, "Be my guest."
Yeah, do your stuff.
Oh, you want me to do it?
Well, I can't. I can like talk at them at best.
Yeah. Seer and Celia have had this conversation before because she knows that Celia can talk to animals, but they can't talk back, whereas I can go both ways. So I will use primeval awareness and you speak with animals, and then I will also use thaumaturgy to make my voice boom 3 times louder, so I can just help speak to these things. Then she goes, "Wait, what am I saying?"
Well, they don't want to talk. So like blink twice if you need help.
Attention, whales. There seems to be an issue here. If you need help, please blink twice. We would love to help you.
Roll a persuasion check, you unknown voice in this part of the water.
Can I cast guidance on myself?
No! I would imagine every time you try, you're guiding yourself.
I'm gonna ask every single time. 6.
Really close to you, this big blue body swims by you. It's like a freight train for it feels like a good 20 seconds, and just the water spins all of you, and Daguna grabs on to the princesses' backs or clothes and holds on and looks around, and they start giving little signals that everyone's okay, and the whales ignore you.
All right. Well, I tried. I know they heard me, so they are just being rude.
Yeah.
He lets go.
But you know, I guess we did our part. If they come back and they're dead, then it is what it is. So we'll try to save them.
We'll just tell them to like stay still for us to see if we can't kill them. And when someone comes back, they'll find out if we do or do not kill them.
Gotcha. She kind of turns thaumaturgy. Heed my words. You are technically in danger. Please stay here. I know you can hear me, so it'd just be rude to leave after I said this. But then it'll be, free will and all. But don't go anywhere because things will hurt you. Thank you.
Roll an intimidation check.
Oh no. Let me see if my intimidation is any different. I don't think it is. But it could be. It's not. Also +1.
We need Mizu talking to these animals.
Hey, dirty 20.
Hey.
Dirty 20. Okay. That
did
second
it.
time, you swim a little higher up in the water, and your voice booms so loud that it seems like it moves an indention of where the whales are swimming as they're trying to get away from that sound wave. Swimming a little bit. But one of them that's swimming finally turns its head at you. And just big noise comes at you, and you hear through that noise almost like it's not someone trapped, but it's almost like that noise has a voice that's in the middle of it that speaks to you through this spell. And that's how you kind of understand. They tell you that they have said enough, and now they fight. And its head just goes forward as they swim.
What they said. Dang. Okay. Great.
Did
I
they
think-
agree?
I think that they are understanding what's happening here, and we can discuss more back in the carriage.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Mission success.
Whale Wars is crazy.
Okay.
Mission
ahead.
success.
If we do have to kill him, we could totally just use some of those guys, give him the Thadrin in his giant jelly.
Yeah, you know, we do got a guy who likes whales, so that does work for us.
Yeah, you know.
And it's only a nap away.
Yeah,
And
it's
we're
either we win or we
contractually
lose.
obligated at this point. Also, right? Like it was in the contract.
The tribes
Yeah,
are.
we got to.
The 4 tribes of the island are. Not necessarily Azir.
No. From Thadrin, the discussion with Thadrin, the contract that Mizu signed with him, didn't it include the whale meat for the Kraken?
Yeah, donating the whale meat as the
We
offering.
should be good for it.
Got to provide snackies.
Offering, except we're contractually obligated. So
That speaks to like Thadrin's like nobody's paying me attention. They just come wreck my doormat all the time. You know?
Needy, Thadrin.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, we
All right,
start swimming
everyone
back towards
swims right back to the carriage. You get inside. I imagine Arista grabs onto those reins to control that manta ray, at least for the start. Once again, Sharkfolk help guide you guys poof, into the side of the current as you just torpedo forward. It takes less than an hour, and I'd say a good 35 minutes. You're very close. In fact, so much so that in like 15 minutes, you start to rise up and burst out of the water and just are going in the water. The current's a little slower because the wind is resisting it, but you're still moving at a much faster pace as the current is coming up to the surface of the water. And as soon as you come up, the sun is like at an angle right above you and slightly covered by these puffy, like Toy Story wallpaper clouds. Just beautiful. The sky is this bright blue, but as you look behind you, it's getting to a darker blue because and then you come up on this big island with these big mossy green mountains and hundreds of palm trees. To the right of the island, there's a tiny little island that looks like a shark fin, but it's a mountain with palm trees and different bushes and moss. And as you're starting to get closer, you can see big guard shacks around the island. Celia can tell you that it's probably 12 last time she counted. And that the island is broken up into 4 tribes. So, let me get this image. That's what you see. As the sun is starting to set just a little bit.
I know Mizu especially is going to be in shock because this is going to be the first time that she's ever left underwater ever in her life. So I would say as soon as the ship kind of comes up, she drops her mirror and it shatters when she sees like all of the colors and stuff like that. And she runs over to like a window of the carriage and presses a button underneath it, which like makes the window drop down and water just starts to gush out of the window, like pouring out over. And as she just like sticks her head on, she's like, "Wow! Oh my God, you guys! Has it looked like this whole time?"
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is kind of yes.
Yeah. I mean, the sun like moves, so it doesn't look like this all the time.
This is incredible! I can't believe you guys haven't brought me here sooner. Maybe this won't be so bad after all.
You're now about 10
Finfir
minutes
is
from the
also
shore.
going to Oh, you're muted. God, sorry.
Oh, sorry. I said now you're about 10 minutes from the shore. You're getting closer. You're starting to see the shore. And you can hear, like, that acoustic guitar, steel drum, Caribbean-style music. You can see flickers of torches that are on this big shore. Continue, Finfir.
This has also been Fira's first time actually seeing land because Mermaid Land is really cold. And so, she's gonna kind of also go over to the window with Mizu and feel the breeze in her hair. She's equally as excited as Mizu. Just like, it really is a lot more beautiful than they say, isn't it?
Right? I can't believe this! And I feel like she will just erupt into like a fit of giggling and like sticking her hands out the window and stuff like that.
Okay, both of you roll me a Constitution saving throw for something minor. Because both of you, your entire life, besides tiny little moments of time, have lived underwater and breathed water through the gills on your necks. So even though you can breathe air, this is a huge change. Imagine jumping into a pool and breathing water all of a sudden.
21.
21 also.
Never mind, it's super easy.
This much
Alive.
air is in my fucking head. This isn't a problem.
In front of you guys, now you're about 5 minutes from the shore. You can see there are different people mingling. You can see a door opening on a shack. People are laughing, the door is shutting. There's a buoy that kind of looks like a wooden shark with its like flippers out. Just in the water, and from the water, splash, out jumps this big shark folk man with this like brightly yellow colored suit jacket almost with a tie, big great white shark face but kind of skinny, big rows of teeth, and lands on the buoy and just immediately starts waving as you're almost at him. But just gives you enough to see, for those who have never seen a shark folk, a humanoid figure that's this one in particular, jacked, but only about like 5'3". It's like a little saucy great white shark folk. And he's got this like tan woven hat with like a white ribbon. Well, actually, I don't remember what color, but it's a ribbon in the middle. But he is full vacationing with his little shorts on and holding onto the buoy and waving.
Mizu's definitely waving back at him and like giggling and being like,
And Fear's doing the exact same thing. She's eating this up.
Celia does a big wave and she like whispers to her sisters, and he's one of the smaller guys. They get jacked.
my god, he's so cute! Mizu's gonna turn to Vinfira too at one point when they're hanging out and be like, Vinfira, this is gonna be such a great shot for when they get to meet the princesses for the first time. I know these people are like really poor, so they're probably gonna be so excited.
They're not that they're not that poor.
Do we hate her?
They're not, they look poor.
I go.
Happy.
Seer goes and checks on Arista. She's curious to know if this is her first time being on land or not. She kind of approaches. Hey, have you done this before? The land thing, or first time for you?
Well, it's possible that I came from a place with land, but I don't remember. Although sometimes I do sneak out just so I can come up here.
I also like to sneak out on the land. No one really knows who I am sometimes. I don't look at the skies, and it's very nice just to watch. So I agree, but just wanted to check on you.
Thanks.
Of course. And then she kind of just like waits.
Boom! The whole ship kind of shakes. You guys at the front can see why. It's because Bolo just jumped on the front of the ship. Wave, hello princesses, how are you doing this afternoon? I am so excited to finally meet each and every one of you.
He's nice.
Mizu's probably gonna
Second hand
approach first and like stick her hand out in like anticipation for it to be kissed like normally and goes, nice to meet you, I'm Princess Mizu Minu from the Zirian Kingdom.
Oh, I've never seen Princess Celia do this before. And he kind of backs up. Hello, I am Polo from the Twilight Titan tribe of Shockfood Island. Ah!
Mizu's just gonna kind of in her excitement look back at him and be like, okay, yeah!
Princess Celia, it's so good to see you again.
Hey, Bolo.
Remember that time last time you were here? No, you do not.
Nope. No, yeah. Boy, that's most of them, isn't it? I've been getting flashes though. I get flashes every once in a while. But how's the family?
Oh, they're great. 15 children. Whew.
Jeez, one too many, huh?
Well, we only had to keep 4. The others got sent to different tribes.
Oh, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. Are they acclimating well?
From what we see in Anchorage when we get to see them, they are thriving. And my little Paul. Baskets.
Wow.
They're so good.
I'm excited to see him. It's great to see you, Bolo.
Yes. Okay, I have been instructed to give you a full tour around the island.
Coolio. Remind us where the bar is.
Afterwards, we are going to check you in to Titan's Day, and then we will take you on a pub crawl.
Very good.
Per Princess Celia's request.
I love it here, guys.
Hey, Polo's gonna put his arm around you, Princess Celia.
Coolio, they do the same.
Princess Celia always says, when I get there, I want a pub crawl. We had to learn what a pub crawl was.
Yeah. They at first they never crawled between the pubs, but you get there eventually.
Now we all do it. It is tradition. Everyone on hands and knees, walking, crawling. See, I already get it wrong.
You get there with time, bud.
Anyways, let us go. On the buoy, he's attached like this seaweed gluey mushy stuff onto a brown box. When he jumped up, he slapped it onto the back, and now he kind of grabs it off and takes it and pulls out these 4 bottles. Sorry for the seaweed, but I had to make sure they didn't break. They're like glass bottles wrapped in seaweed that's really mushy, and each one is, I will tell you, is a Sapphire Sunset, a refreshing blend of blueberry liqueur, coconut rum, and pineapple juice, served over crushed ice and garnished with a twist of lemon.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
And
He hands us all one?
yes, the tour begins. He takes you first. You're traveling north on the map. He's going to take you around the bottom first, and he's going to show you this amazing coral reef. It breaches the surface in some parts, and where it breaches the surface, there are 2 wooden guard towers with like piers out, so they're protecting this. He tells you this is Agba's reef. This is what gives the very soul to the grace of Safiri that you can find in the Salty Scar tribe. We protect this with everything. It is most sacred. Princess Celia, roll a history check. I'm going to do this for every little stop to see if you remember.
Absolutely. $21.
21.
Nice.
You know that the guards obviously guard the outside of the island, and they guard here, but what's most important is this coral reef, because there is a big gem in the Salty Scar tribe that controls and boosts the magic of this island, and that's called the Grace of Safiri. So they don't fuck around with this coral reef. Like, they're nice about everything, but you start messing with the coral reef, and that's when you see vicious shark folk.
Is that where
Like blood in the water.
the shaman is, perhaps?
Which shaman?
Oh, there's multiple.
There's one for each. There's one for each tribe.
Shaman Junta?
Well, I guess we kind of want to talk to the shaman that is involved with whales. Does that help?
Oh, I see. Well, you will have to wait till the tour is over.
Okay. Side question: Will we be stopping by the Salty Scar tribe? Is that like a?
We will stop off the shore of the Twilight Titan, and then when you check in, you can decide what you will do.
Just here they have a very magical place, and I'm just very into that. Just want to check it out. Just curious.
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you.
Moving forward past the coral reef is going to take you up the west side, and you're going to look onto the land and see, if I can grab it, these lush agricultural fields of large vegetables and fruits and stuff. So in this picture that you're looking at, you're kind of off in the distance under those clouds, and you kind of see through the palm trees these big fields. Polo will tell you this is the Sapphire Sun tribe. They're all about agriculture, and they go out into, which will be way past this from your vision, into the Hammerhead jungle where they kill different animals to provide the meat. So, and these are basket weavers and stuff like that. So this is a very hands-on tribe. Going up towards the north side, there's this big, black, rocky, like 17-story high formation that's almost like Pride Rock, but not that far, about half of Pride Rock. And underneath it is this giant opening to a cave that leads in. But you see a guard tower even at the top of this, and he tells you this is part of the Salty Scar tribe. He's like, way up there in a building called Shaleria is where the Grace of Saphiri is. But that's that's that tribal area. Tell me if I'm moving too fast, says Polo.
Oh, nice. No, I love it.
Okay.
For me.
And then he's going to take you back around the side. Basically, he's circled all the way back around, and now he's going south along that shore, and will tell you this is the Twilight Titan tribe. Basically, the touristy map-making feelers of the current and the life of the ocean outside. And this is why they were your guides. So as you get on the island, there's music being played. You see the open bar, and he's going to show you off to this picture in front of you, which is your 2-story bungalow called Titan Stay. And he's going to tell you you each have your own bedroom while you're here. And you should find the amenities that were requested by Princess Celia should be there. If there's not, they will try their best. And just a reminder, because this was a big thing for Princess Celia when she first started being a diplomat here, the shark folk on the island make everything for the island. They don't pay for anything because they all are part of something that gives to the island, so everything belongs to everybody. You know, besides like going and stealing an entire shop of baskets or whatever. Outsiders have to pay. You guys are outsiders, but you have a tab with the Azir Kingdom. So
yes, tab.
it will all be charged to the Azir Kingdom.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Daddy.
Daddy.
I know where I'm going shopping.
Let's go.
All right. They pull up to shore. You guys can get off at the sand. There's a nice, like, small wooden little dock that 4 big shark folk bring over and drop it from, like, the edge of the carriage to, like, where the sand comes out of the water, just so you don't have to get your feet wet if you don't want. And as you guys are welcomed out, more people who were over there listening to music kind of come over. Some people are kind of clapping. Everyone's very relaxed, and they're going to put these like thin stones that are painted different colors. So it looks like a lei of flowers, but it's stones around your neck, and it's very light.
Well,
As we come out of this thing, I think Sair probably looks. I don't know how they identify us as princesses, but Sair probably looks weird because she steps out in her disguise that Dad gave. She's like already going into incognito vibe, so she has the cowl and the beehive on, dried out and all that. So she's kind of just like doesn't have the wildness of the tentacles and the flare, and she's just kind of like trying to be low key. But she does like walk up, just like boom, boom, great. Just for visuals, she's like has changed.
Perfect.
I feel like when Mizu steps out, she's going to turn to the person that was closest to the exit of the carriage and instruct them to go and get her bag out and take it to her room. And as she's gonna like slowly walk down and like give a little princess wave and a little curtsy like every 15 feet or something like that. Maybe even a little kiss or two out there as she walks incredibly slow, like to the sisters, like a pace where it's like obviously slow.
Every shark folk that you see, a family with 2 little shark folk kids with bathing suits on, up to like basically every shark folk you see around, you immediately get their attention. And they're all just like smiling and like clapping, like a gentle clap, not like roaring, but they're all just like acknowledging you.
I feel like she's just gonna kind of address to the crowd. Does anyone know where my autograph booth might happen to be? I can't wait to serve you people.
Yeah, there's no autograph. It's not something that's important to me, so they just never.
Well,
There's no.
Well, Celia, it should be important to them. I mean, I'm a giant part of Azerian culture, of the kingdom, of the culture and the arts. You know, I'm basically a symbol for these kind of people.
Well, for maybe like back home, absolutely. Over here, like if you want to do autographs, I hope you brought your own pen. Like,
Of course, I always have it ready. As she whips out her stamp again from her pouch, and she says, "I even have some fresh ink ready to go." As she pulls out a rock out of the other side and a squid out of her pocket, which she just squeezes very hard, and it like shoots ink out all over the rock. And she like holds them both up.
Okay, well, keep things clean, because you know you gotta be environmentally conscious around here. So try not to do that again. And be sure to ask people's consent before you like give them an autograph and like maybe ask for money, because they don't really do that very much.
Yeah, Celia, I never don't ask for money for an autograph. I mean, we're not giving handouts out here.
Yeah, well, they're not gonna give you money for an autograph, I don't think.
We'll see about that.
As Celia is saying, they don't have money.
She's gonna kind of saunter. She's gonna ignore and kind of saunter over to like an area by herself. Maybe kind of looking for like a chair or somewhere to sit down. As she's gonna pull out like a set of pictures of herself she has too, and she's just gonna kind of like settle down in her chair.
No one can say I didn't try to warn her.
Yeah.
Sissy sees her starting to set up, and she goes, "Hey, Missy, didn't you hear? We have a tab here, and I hear there's great shopping available if you wanted to go do something versus whatever this is."
Shopping?
It could be nice just to keep her still, though.
And Mizu attracts a scene.
That's what I was worried about.
Okay,
the moment she stops, it just
as
happens.
Mizu hears shopping and turns and slowly rises, as she says, "Did you say shopping?" She didn't know, but out of excitement squeezed that squid again. And this shark folk was trying to come bring her a drink because Polo just told her to give her a drink, and it just all over him. Ugh! Ugh!
She's gonna quickly, her head snaps to him and goes, "Oh, honey, you look amazing! See, they're already picking up the Azerian trends already, wearing squid ink!"
Persuasion check.
Like 66.
I was an 11.
Oh.
He just smiles, "Thank you." Kind of stumbles away as like some other people are like coming over to talk as well, and people are kind of looking at you and pointing, and you see one of them being like, "Ugh."
It doesn't bother me. She's too focused on the people that are not having anything negative to say.
Okay, Polo's gonna ask everybody if they have any bags that he needs to take to your rooms.
I figure he's already holding Mizu's.
I've got my carry-on right here.
Okay, cool. He is just going to show you the Titan Stay building, your bungalow, and if you wish to leave the Twilight Titan territory, just come get him. He'll be over at the tavern, the bar. Where is it? The Dorsal Bar, which is an open bar, as in it doesn't have doors.
Do we generally need like escorts to go to other places?
No, you have. Everyone knows who you are here. I imagine many nights you've gone between tribes, just flexing that you're really the only one who can go between all the tribes, because people can't go in other people's tribes. They have to meet in the center, which is Anchorage. That's where they all meet, and then this is their tribe. So everybody knows you here.
I just imagined her running in a circle at the place where they all converge.
That's why they don't do bar crawls.
Hopping in and hopping out.
Yes!
And you know what? Because you toured the entire island, I will go ahead and show you the shark food island map, which you've already seen. But let's show our people.
Yes.
So right now, if you look at your map, I'll ping where you guys are. You are right here.
Ooh,
Okay.
Cool.
Where it says the Twilight Titan, that's where you guys came up onto the shore. And then walked over here.
Cool.
Cool.
Titan Stay.
Alright. With that, I think it's a good time for us to go take a bathroom break and then come back and see what hijinks you can get up to.
Go quick,
Yeah.
Pinko.
Examine that map.
Ooh, alright. See everybody in a minute. Goodbye. From the tribal jungles of Colbrador,
to the bioluminescent wilds of Lemuria.
From the intersection of the material and the Fey Plains in the Quiet Highlands.
To the depths of the Silver Seas.
Welcome to the adventures in Silvernell.
In this thrilling Dungeons & Dragons Live actual play web series, prepare to embark on a journey filled with magic,
Conspiracy.
Dreams.
Nightmares.
Politics.
Gods.
Dinosaurs.
and so much more.
We have curated an immersive world that will transport you to realms beyond your imagination.
On Into the Expanse, follow 3 courageous heroes on a perilous diplomatic mission across the magical barrier that separates Lemuria from Greater Silvernell.
What begins as a simple relations missive soon becomes entangled in a web of intrigue, daring rescue missions, and the emergence of an unknown blight.
Will our heroes overcome the challenges ahead?
And protect the fragile balance between the continent's two halves?
But that's not all.
Prepare to dive into the enchanting depths of Princesses of Power.
Delve into the lives of the brave and resourceful daughters of the Azir Kingdom as they navigate the hidden intricacies of life beneath the sea.
As they strive to maintain order and harmony, they soon find themselves faced with unexpected threats and treachery.
Will the princesses rise to the occasion and safeguard their kingdom from the shadows lurking below?
Join us on this extraordinary journey as we unravel the mysteries of Silvernell.
A world brimming with adventure, danger, and the limitless potential of the human imagination.
Our live sessions will captivate you and entertain you, immersing you in a fantastical realm unlike any other.
By becoming a patron, you'll gain exclusive access to behind-the-scenes content, early access to bonus content and merchandise, character insights, and a chance to influence the story through interactive polls and Q&As.
Your support will help us continue creating quality episodes for your consumption, expanding the world of Silvernell, and delivering unforgettable experiences for our dedicated community.
So, fellow adventurers, ready your spells, sharpen your blades, and prepare to join us on the adventures in Silvernell.
Together, we will forge remarkable tales and embark on historic quests that will leave a mark on our heart and shape the destiny of a wondrous realm.
Welcome to the family, and as always, gratitude.
Everybody, I hope you had a nice bathroom break. Our party has just now gotten to Titan Stay in the Twilight Titan Tribe on the east side of Sharkfood Island. You guys are at your bungalow with our insider out. It is yours. Take it away.
Celia, perhaps we should do a what's what of what needs to get done here, so we can all be on the same page.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we gotta tell them that we're not gonna be here for a second. I guess that's like the main reason we're here. Whales. Gotta do with those whales. With Thadrin, without the ones that have nothing to do with Thadrin. And maybe a murder plot. Also, by the way, guys, just to fill you in, somebody might get killed, somebody might not. Maybe one of us. Who knows?
Wait. Pause. What?
Yeah, just wanted to know that.
Yeah. I was in a bar one night, and somebody was, talking. People were talking shit. You know how you talk shit in bars with your buddies and pals and stuff. Well, somebody was talking shit, but more along the lines of like, wow, somebody's gonna kill this guy. But they said it with a lot of confidence, as if it was going to happen, which is concerning because they were referring to like a leader of, this place.
Celia, wait, are you saying that there's an assassination plot occurring?
That's the word. Yeah, assassination. Yeah. That's more of a subtle art. I'm not really into the subtle arts.
Yeah.
Okay.
What time does shopping fit into that?
Probably
The
over tomorrow.
assassination?
Oh yeah. Yeah, maybe we should do something about that. Hopefully better than like how we dealt with the last like little mystery that we dealt with.
I
But
mean,
yeah,
I thought
that's
I
like
did a great job personally, but I
In
mean, I think
You-
personally we just got here. Why don't we go shopping first? Like, let's just chill a little bit, relax. We've had a long day of travel. Just unwind, and then we can deal with all of that other stuff tomorrow, right?
Let's at least get our bearings, I
Yeah.
suppose.
Just
And
real
weren't
quick.
we supposed to meet up at a bar, Celia? Didn't that guy say something about all of us meeting up
Well,
at
we
a
gotta put our
bar?
bags down. We gotta put our bags down.
Oh, I don't do that. People do that for me.
Okay, well, I mean, if you want somebody to point you in a direction, I can point you in the general direction. Celia's just gonna point in a random direction.
Roll a d4.
We can just meet you.
Damn it. Roll a d4.
Okay.
Go that way.
1 will be north.
Got a 3.
Okay, you just told Mizu to go south, which
Towards the ocean.
it's. Look, if you look on your map, I'll show everybody here. This map is like it's kind of wonky. The right side is north. I had to do that to fit it
Okay.
landscape. So you're,
Okay.
you're actually going to the left of this map. So you're pointing her right behind that guardhouse towards Spinamount Bay,
Nice.
straight to the left of this map here.
We'll meet you there.
I mean, sounds good, I guess. I'm gonna have fun spending some of Daddy's money while you guys do the important stuff, it sounds like. Have fun.
Cool.
Don't die. I'd hate to miss it.
Okay, so I was really just worried that she was gonna frame more people for murder. So let's just keep her away from the case.
I figured that'd be probably best.
Honestly, that is completely fair, I believe.
I actually think that maybe Arista should take point on helping us get information on this murder. She just seems to be good at finding stuff out. You know,
Oh,
I
for sure.
learned that with the last investigation of murders. She just is good at that. So perhaps
Definitely. Yeah.
And then maybe-
Van Fear's very good at like sleuthing, finding clues and like and the lights.
a team up, perhaps. Maybe the two of them could go handle that. Be a nice tandem work.
Where do
I
you
guess
want us to go?
Well, for right now, we should put our bags down.
Oh yeah, I don't think you have to go anywhere. We're just gonna have missions for us to think about while we're here. And yours is who's gonna die? When's it gonna happen? We don't know. Let's find out.
Yeah. We do have
We
an
don't
idea of who's gonna die. It's one of the shamans.
Oh, that's good. Okay, so
Yeah.
so it's one of 4 people. At least there's 4 of us, so we can at least cover one of them each.
Mhm.
Do we know which shaman?
Maybe, maybe not. I heard the name Chunkta, Shaman Chunkta of the Dirty Fist. Could be him, could not be. That's the name I
Shaman
heard.
Chunta.
Oh, you're muted, but it sounded like Chunta.
Chunta.
Chunkta!
I can read lips.
We're really close like that. We mispronounce each other's names constantly.
Oh, well, that's actually pretty good then if the one we think is gonna die is the guy from Dirty Fist, because we need to go talk to him anyway about the whales. Look at that, the whales are connected. At least
2 birds, 2 stones.
yes, or at least a whale and a sister. But yeah. So do you want to do that first, or I do kind of want to go shopping as well. I will not lie. I hear they have some pretty cool.
Nobody's gonna die tonight, right? Manifest that.
I didn't know you were into manifestation. Didn't take you for the type, Celia.
Well, I mean, every night, every morning, I manifest a drink in my hand, and sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. You gotta go with the flow.
You know, in that case, you are quite good at manifesting. I will have to take some notes from you.
Thank you.
She
I
says
do
that,
have
like,
to say, having a
genuinely.
personal bartender definitely helps.
That
Definitely a girl who
likely is
gets
part of the deal.
want to assassinate whichever shaman it may or may not be getting assassinated.
Wait, did you say you wanted to assassinate somebody?
Please don't.
Who would want to
Oh.
kill them?
Maybe some whales. Maybe just disgruntled workers. It depends on like who's getting the murdering done to them, because some people are in charge of some things. It's a complex ecosystem of murder and living over here.
If a shaman dies, does someone else just become, like, is someone newly appointed to that place, like that shamanhood?
I think I've only known the same shamans my whole time here, so for all I know, they could have been here forever.
I guess that's true. I was just thinking, maybe like dirty shamans, like I want to vote, because they said that they had to all vote on stuff, so maybe like you want someone to vote your way, and they don't, you kill them. And you get
I'm pretty
somebody
sure
to vote
that they stay in their position for a while.
unless they die.
Hopefully they give up their position and have an honorable death.
Sometimes you just gotta force a retirement. You just gotta do what you gotta do.
Sometimes people get old, and people don't like getting old sometimes.
Sometimes they don't even get old. They just get bad at their jobs, and they gotta move along, as they say.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But we'll see what happens. But at least we know Dirty Fish Shaman is the guy to look out for.
Mm-hmm.
So when we're there, maybe, that'll help us. That's good.
We can set this up. Let's go shopping. Let's do drinks.
All right. Break. I don't have anything to put down, so
I believe it would be wise to. I believe it would be wise to get our bearings before we try and do any real investigative legwork.
Yeah, or lose our bearings if anybody wants to join me in the bar.
I was curious if getting bearings meant getting drinks. But I'm also down to enjoy Sharkfoot Island. It's probably my last time here, so might as well.
That's a sad thought. Wow.
Oh. Sorry.
Oh,
it's like a farewell tour. At least, for me personally, we can get into it later. Probably over some drinks. No heavy talks on a sober stomach. That just is foolish.
I agree.
I know Celia's rules. All right, so we're gonna meet him at the dorsal bar.
Okay. Who all is going to the dorsal bar? Because I believe Mizu has run off, and we're going to figure out where she ran off in a second. So everyone else is going to the dorsal bar? Arista?
To wander and see if I can find a bookshop.
Okay.
I'll join them at the bar.
Okay, so if you look at your map in this yellow section, which belongs to the tribe, there is a lot of houses in this section and back here. When you first came in, you see Galapagos. Galapagos, you have to go through it to get to the housing and to go down this sand path into Anchorage right here. So you're going, if you go that direction, you're all heading straight into town, the tribal town. Galapagos is the tribal town, and then Anchorage is the big meetup for all of it. So as you all just, it's either go that way or go out of Spitamout Bay, but you'll be entering another tribal zone if you do that. So if you all head that direction, Mizo, is that where you're heading? I think it was pretty obvious where town was when you got here. You can see it.
Well, Mizu's heading directly in the direction that Celia pointed. So I guess she's heading directly towards the bay right now.
Okay, so you turn and start marching past. Question. You're out of water. What is happening with Ganon?
I assumed I had him in my bag this whole time.
Okay, Ganon is a real sea turtle that needs to breathe sometimes water.
Sometimes.
Sorry. I meant like you should put him back in water or you'll kill him.
Well, I have a question. DM question. I have Creator Destroy Water is one of my spells. So could I use that somehow as a way to have Ganon with me on land? And
what's the casting time and duration? It's a cantrip.
Yeah, it's one action and it's instantaneous for the duration.
It's not a cantrip, but it's a racial ability.
Yeah, it's a
level spell.
And it has no duration. What did you say?
It just says instantaneous for duration. So I create the water and the water's created.
Yeah.
And you want to do that in your bag?
Yeah, just like something like that.
It's gonna pour out of your bag.
Are you gonna bubble him?
Like your bag's not like a tart.
That's what I'm thinking. I wanted to have him like in a bubble with water, but I don't know. I guess that's what I'll do.
Is it concentration? Then no. Then no. If it was concentration, you would literally be like this all the time, making sure that bubble is alive.
Okay, I guess that's the first thing she's gonna do then is look around to see if she can make shift or buy. Obviously, I'm not headed to stores, but I guess that's what in her brain she'll be thinking that she's doing, going to find something to put Ganon in so that she can keep him with her.
Okay, so as you go to the back of Titan's Day, this bungalow, and go around the back, holding Ganon with your bag on your back, marching, you're going to see the guardhouse right in front of you. You have the option to go around the guardhouse, which is an obviously like steep kind of cliff that goes to a big thing of water, or go up the stairs to the guardhouse.
She probably go up the stairs to the guardhouse.
Okay, she starts marching up the stairs, up one layer, goes up the second one, to the door. Yeah, there's a door in front of you.
She's gonna knock on the door, honestly, just very sweetly, a couple times.
The door's gonna open, kind of, and you're gonna see a shark folk. He's going to open it. Excuse me, who are you?
She's gonna do the same thing that she did with the first shark folk and stick out her head and go, "Hi, my name's Princess Mizuminu from the Azirian Kingdom. I need some help."
Oh, Princess Mizuminu. And he's just going to like stand at attention. It is an honor to meet you. Yes, how may I assist you?
Thank you so much. It's an honor to meet you as well. I shall give like a fake ass curtsy to him. Her head's gonna snap up and she says, "Well, my pet turtle here needs some water and I need something that I can keep him in and carry him around. Do you think you might have anything that can help me?"
I do not have anything for water here, but I tell you, if you go into town and you go find the map maker, he can have something for you. He always has these big pots he deep stuff in. At least he will know where to get them. Or you can go to Anchorage and probably buy one.
"Hey, I'll ask the map maker." As she's gonna reach up and touch his face and go, "Thank you so much for your help."
Roll a straight charisma check.
That was a 9.
Ah, thank you. I have to go back to work. Thank you.
Shuts the guard door as you stand there with Ganon.
She's gonna head towards the map maker that he was talking about, wherever he pointed.
Perfect. You just need to be misdirected. Oh, that's great. All right, everyone else is marching into town. You see these buildings. Yeah.
Alyssa is not.
Oh.
She said that's just what she told them as an opportunity to head west. She wants to go ahead and go talk to the shaman of the Dirty Fists. So she's headed for the border.
Okay, so you're going straight to the border at Spitamout Bay, like that area right there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, as everyone's going into the town, you just kind of roll me a stealth check.
If you insist.
And then it has to beat the highest passive perception of those three.
19.
I think that does. I don't think anyone has a 20. Okay, yeah.
Also,
I think I have a 21.
Just go invisible.
Wait, my perception is actually not that high. It's 19.
Just kidding, you're good. Okay, cool. All right, yeah. You sleuth away into the jungle. Everybody else, those three kind of go into town. You can see different buildings. People have it's like a tribal mixed with vacation look. It's like button-down shirt stuff, but they're embellished with like leaves and stuff on them, and things kind of come off. And people have some like painting that accents their face. It's more celebratory. Maybe there's something going on right now. But you enter this town, and there are different things for shop, whatever you need to look for. And past it, Galapagos is Dorsal Bar, kind of at some piers even further down.
Yeah, I think at least destination-wise, I'm going to wherever our tour guide told us to meet him, which I just...
Gotcha.
believe is the dorsal bar, which could be wrong.
Yep, you're right.
I'm pretty
You
sure.
three go through town, go through Galapagos, and keep going down to the dorsal bar. It has no door. It kind of outlooks the beach a little bit. I'll go ahead and show you a picture.
Oh, what a handsome man.
A formal guy.
All right, you see him out on the beach before you even get to the bar. And just kind of waves at you guys. Hello, princesses!
Hey, Bolo.
Ah, are you ready for a pub crawl?
Oh yeah. Celia gets down on her hands and knees, starts crawling towards the bar.
He falls down on his hands and knees and starts crawling. His face dragging through the sand because he's got a big snout.
Yeah. Come on, guys.
I look at Benethira. Yeah, I'm just gonna walk. I'm not gonna do that.
But by the end of the night, you'll definitely be crawling.
We'll catch up to you on the crawling later.
Okay. It's just sometimes it's nicer to start that way. It's less jarring when it ends that way, and you haven't been doing it.
I will see where the night takes us.
Cool.
All right. You immediately go up these wooden steps up into this bar that Celia has been to a lot. It's kind of small. It's maybe 20 by 15. It's feet. It's kind of small, but there are a bunch of people in here, kind of cooling off in the shade because it's kind of hot outside, drinking. He already goes up, slaps the bar, kind of laughs at. Looks like a big hammerhead shark man standing at the counter. Of course. And goes to the back, and Polo just turns and leans on it. Okay, I'm thinking first we try, actually we'll go easy. Let's look at what I tell him. Let's do 2 shark bite slings each, a hammerhead hurricane, and a dirty fist daiquiri. What you think?
We're doing all of them, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Each!
Yes.
The hammerhead bartender is gonna come back and just pulls out this big tray. He's huge, got big muscles, and on this tray is 5 times 4, so 20 drinks, and just slides them down. And Polo's gonna start separating them on the bar in groups for each of you. And all right, as tradition, first drink. What are you here for? What is the big surprise?
We can't tell you yet. We gotta. You'll hear soon enough, I'm sure.
Oh, I hope so. I cannot wait to see what you guys do on this island and what you experience and to see how good the shark food is. I mean, I know Princess Celia, you're here all the time, but your sisters. Well, some of your sisters.
We're excited to see what you do here on this island as well. We want to experience your culture. Some of my sisters aren't as well traveled as others.
Perfect. I will drink to that. He's going to open his big shark mouth and pour the whole frozen drink into his mouth. Your turn.
Brain freeze for sure.
Yeah. Celia opens up her normal-sized mouth and attempts to do the same, splashing everywhere.
Ah,
Vincent. Drink my drink.
Vinfiro.
A regular person.
And Vera's just like watching this with like her face is very much like she's intrigued but also horrified.
Oh, at the shark person?
No, not even at like the shark folk himself. I mean, she deals with merfolk all the time.
Yeah.
But just like the debauchery already being displayed. My goodness.
I also, not even there yet. I want to point out for you two, Princess Celia know this pretty well, and for the other ones who have wandered, just to think about, gravity's very different up here. It's a very new world where, I mean, you've literally seen Mizu take a cup of water and try to pour, and nothing happens. But like now, he just dumped a cup and it, bam, slapped him in the face and just slapped Celia. So it's very heavy up here.
That's also like part of her confusion because she's never been up on land before. She's like, everything's falling. My hair's not floating. Like, what's going on? She's gonna kind of like take the cup and like, I'm not gonna dump this upside down. Apparently, there's like a tiny bit of liquid in it. but like, whoosh, like.
Ooh, Constitution saving throw. That's gonna be a brain freeze.
Oh my goodness.
This was a hammerhead hurricane. That's no, this was a yeah. This is a tropical favorite made with light rum, passionate fruit juice, and a hint of lime, served at a hurricane glass with a pineapple slice and an umbrella.
You gotta stop doing that, right? Unless you're gonna, provide said cocktail. It sounds so good.
18.
Hey.
What? 8?
18.
Oh,
1, 8. 8. I don't know how to count.
It's bright. It's very bright in your throat, and it almost feels like your body gets frozen for a second, but it's a good feeling, and it's a great drink.
It's got a little kick.
Yeah, you get used to it. After a few, you're barely gonna taste the drink. So enjoy these.
You get used to this. This is normal.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
We got some of the best cocktails over here. I'm so glad that people sent me over here.
Oh, by the moonlight. Oh.
Slides you another one.
Yeah, just try not to drink them too quickly back to back. It'll really mess you up, especially when there's no water surrounding your body. It really gets to you a lot faster.
That's the fun part. Mm-mm.
About
Grab
this
the
time.
second drink.
Yeah, as jumping down, kind of zoom into the drink, and it turns into leaves and folds out. That's our scene transition. As Alyssa's going through these big hedges now, past these palm trees, but she's what, 4 or something? Feet tall?
Tall?
Yeah.
She's not even 4 foot tall.
Yeah, 3 something?
Yeah, it's like 3'6".
So some of these like wild bushes off the path are just as tall as you. So you can maybe if coming up to plants are right, you can just see in between leaves and stuff like that. But then you immediately come up on this big, must be 10 to 15, you can't see from this angle, tall wall with moss on it and vines.
Can I climb it?
Roll me an athletics check. Unless you have a thing that ignores... do you have a climbing speed? Do the next lot of folk have climbing speed?
I don't think we gave them one. Just swimming.
Okay,
and
just
walking.
straight athletics then.
Just not terrible at athletics. 16?
That's good enough, yeah. Because you're not really digging in here, you can find vines that just don't snap immediately. They're kind of sturdy because you're very light. You get up to the top of the wall and look over, and from your direction, the bay is like right in front of you, but you're right at where the bay kind of stops, so you can see to the right behind some of these buildings where these big ships come in, and it's just whale carcasses everywhere in this jungle area. You can see through the trees, and huge crates, and different shark folk wearing red like armor tribal gear are just like walking through. Some they're like looking for something, kind of digging in whale parts, pulling certain parts out, and it looks like they're using big like wood sticks as groups off in the corner to kind of shove bones of one into this pile. So it looks like this just big, almost like just warehouse lot of activity of giant whale carcasses out in the jungle.
Wow. I guess she'd like to attempt to sneak down the other side and try to talk to somebody.
Okay, roll a stealth check.
Ooh, come on. 15.
Yeah, you're able to get down the side. However, on the other side, it's not as viney and stuff. You actually do have to you can use a couple vines, but you can climb more, and this is like some red stone. So it looks like these tribes are really going with their brand of their color, so to speak. So yeah, you kind of get down. You're about like 35 feet from where it's like the clearing where all this activity is going. You were seeing things through the trees.
Okay. I guess I'd like to sort of sneak around the edge of the happenings and just listen out for any information about where the shaman would be potentially, and just
roll me
find out what I find out.
Yeah, roll a perception check.
23.
Oh, you hear they're all, one guy's directing them to push everything that's, the bare bones to the edges. We got to make way for a lot of new product, and everyone's laughing and like that locker room talk, male kind of chauvinistic machismo, kind of laughing because I guess their business is thriving, but they're specifically saying we're about to get a bunch of new whales. And you hear one guy yell about how that's going to make Junta laugh.
Okay. I want to try to get closer to that one.
Okay, so you're getting closer to this group kind of at the edge, so roll me another stealth check because they're kind of shoving everything at the edge, these bones.
16.
Okay, yeah, you get pretty close, maybe about 7 feet away from them in these bushes behind it, where it looks like they've kind of stopped and kind of unbuttoning their shirt and kind of, it's really hot. Also, this isn't as bright and sunny and beautiful over here. It has like that weird like Badlands from Lion King shadowy vibe to it. And they're talking about like, what do you think's gonna happen?
No, I couldn't tell you. Who knows? Suicide, probably. They're so stupid, those whales. Yeah, well, whatever. It's just gonna help our cause. Before you know it, the Sapphire Sun's gonna be gone kaput. Nah, I don't think so. You really don't think so? I don't know. Junta's good. If I were him, I'd want him out of his position. We're gonna think of it, a third of this island. Oh, you two, back to work! Yeah.
Kind of go back. Meanwhile, Mizu has walked back around into Galapagos, into the town, where it's bustling with shops. Mizu, you see all these intricate baskets and tapestries and blankets around you, and maps, and shark meat and vegetables and fruit.
She's definitely gonna have to remind herself first that she needs to get something for Ganon before she can look around, because she's very tempted. But does she still have one of the brochures that they were given about the island? Does it have a map in it at all, or like?
Yes, it has a map at the on the back of one of the sides.
Okay, so she's gonna use that to find the map maker shop that the guard recommended to her.
Okay, yeah. So you can walk all the way over to the Twilight Maps. It's kind of past the bar. So yeah, you just like pass by the doorway as everybody's like drinking pouring that stuff in their mouth. And at the Maps is a nice younger. Oh, that was
You're muted.
That was an accident. I must have hit a button.
Yeah,
there was like this really small shark folk lady who's very well dressed with like this beautiful beaded headdress, almost like very Egyptian almost. But she's obviously very confident with it, and she is at a table with this big string measuring this like half circle of whatever she's working on.
Mizu's gonna walk up to her once again, same thing, sticks out her hand. Hi, my name's Princess Mizu Minu from the Azirian Kingdom. I need your help if you're not too busy.
Princess Mizu Minu, it is an honor to meet you. You are very beautiful, just like everyone says.
Oh, thank you. You're so beautiful too.
Oh, thank you. You are here with your sisters, I imagine.
Yes, I am. They're actually all out at the bar drinking right now, I think. But I have my turtle here, and she's gonna lift up Ganon and show her.
Hello.
She'll kind of extend out too if she wants to pet the turtle. She'll extend it out. She'll say, I just have a problem. I need something to put him in, and a really kind guard told me that you might be able to help me out.
You are looking for a bowl?
Yeah, that would be great.
Well, I get my bowl specifically from the Woven Sapphire in Anchorage.
Okay.
But she says, you are a princess. Perhaps you can just use one of my bowls while you're here on the trip until you get your own.
Honestly, that would be so perfect. Thank you so much. As she's just gonna go ahead and take it, and she'll reach into her bag and pull out some shells and drop them down and say, well, thank you for your time. Here's just a little something for helping me out.
Thank you. I will make sure they get this in Anchorage.
Thank you. And then she's gonna turn around and walk out, and she'll place Ganon in the bowl, and she'll do create water.
Splash. He just flips around, flips on his back, and just wiggles his flippers. He's happy.
Down, and she'll say, feeling better, Vaskar?
I'm just chilling. Honestly, I would have been happy with that thing dying.
If it died, we would have ourselves in a little predicament now, though, wouldn't we? Me and you kind of have a deal running.
Yeah, and once again, that turtle has nothing to do with it. I'm regretting talking to you through it. At first, I should have just went straight for the mind.
Well, I still don't know what you're talking about with all that, but after I get some shopping done, you know what we need to do.
Yes.
I need your help, though. I can't do this all on my own. I mean, this is the first time I've ever been on land. You probably saw the way I was acting.
Yes, it was pathetic.
Pathetic in your words. You've probably seen land all the time, considering you keep dropping your shit everywhere.
Not true. I had a devout, evil follower before you. Unfortunately died, but what are you gonna do? Yo, what's next?
Well, you're stuck with me and I'm stuck with you. We've gone over this 1,000 times, but after I get my shopping done, you're gonna need to help me out. See if there's anything you might remember. Maybe we can look around for your book a little bit while we're here.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, Princess, it's not going to be on this island, and it's surely not going to be in a little tiki library. It's going to be on the mainland, so let's hurry this up.
Well, at least thanks for telling me that now. You could have said it earlier. At least I have a lot more shopping that I can get done now. As she'll head,
Wait, Princess! I can't believe this whole time you haven't actually read the Book of Shadows.
No, why would I? I don't read. If I wanted to read something, I'd just give it to Arista and she'd tell me what it said.
So you made a pact with a demon, and you didn't even read the handbook? That is crazy.
No, you told me I would be powerful if I helped you, so why would I not?
Well, you are going to be powerful, but like literally inside, it's like things I know about where the death book might be. It's like you just read the book, and this whole time I thought you... never mind. Keep the turtle alive. I want in his little fucking head.
She's gonna say, well, if it's that important to you, I think we have a lot of travel time when we're done off this island. Maybe I can get Arista to, like, read the whole thing out loud to me or something. Sounds boring. I usually like her, like, shorter Arista Notes version of it, but I guess we can do something like that.
You don't hear anything in your head, and you look down, and Ganon just turns his head.
You're giving me the silent treatment now, and she'll kind of shake the bowl a little bit as she takes a step, and she's gonna head towards the front of kind of like the shopping area, because she wants to take each shop like literally one at a time.
Okay, cool. Back in the bar, you guys still in a couple of drinks. You're just chilling. Just everyone's already feeling a little good, you know, just a little tipsy. Maybe Celia either not so much feels anything or feels way too much. I don't know which side of that scale you're on yet, Celia, in your process.
I'm thinking pretty low.
Okay.
Not all that.
Polo just, you know, ask you what is going on with the Azir Kingdom. How are things?
Doing pretty good. We had a new contract drawn up with you aware of Thadrin? You know Thadrin? Thaddy?
I don't know of this Thadrin.
He's like a spooky sea wizard guy. He's got like a big jellyfish. Real spooky. But we drew up a contract with him. We've actually I think we gotta talk to like one of you guys about it. because we need a favor from shark folk.
Oh, okay.
Like a regular favor, but we help you guys out and stuff. That's one thing we're doing. Let's see, murders happen.
Oh yeah.
Azir. It's okay. We kind of figured it out, but like we didn't figure it out, but it's like figured out. So.
Well, I am sure if you are leading another contract agreement, it will be perfect. Even though this one on the island I think is perfect, there are some people who get a little about it. So mean about a simple contract.
Yeah. Has anything new happened here since I feel like I haven't, like I was here pretty recently, but anything new come up?
Not since a week ago, no.
Okay.
People are a little upset about the clause. They call him the evil clause.
The evil clause.
In the contract, the one.
Oh, the evil clause.
Well, it's not called the evil clause, but
yeah,
the one that you and I had drinks over there a week ago and said could be a problem, and you said problem, and held up a drink and smashed the wall because you thought it was me.
Yeah.
That one. That one.
Now I remember you saying it. I remember the conversation that we had.
You are wild.
I wrote the evil clause, right? Not me.
Oh no! It's not called the evil clause. You just wrote it down, but you were convinced.
Yeah.
Some guy came in here and gave you drinks, and he convinced you. You are so kind to everyone.
Yeah.
You were drunk.
Could we get some more information on what makes that clause just so evil as it's been so nicely named?
Some people in Anchorage, they think it gives too much power to the Dirty Fist. I don't think so.
And just so we're all on the same page, because we just don't get to see our sister Celia very often, or get to come to Shark Food Island. Just so we're all, me and Vinny are on the same page. What is in this? She actually writes law, so she might be the perfect person to help you smooth this whole thing out. But what is in this clause exactly that people think is given so much power? What's it doing per se that this person was pushing so hard for?
It is not difficult. It is just simply the Dirty Fist tribe asking for the Sapphire Sun tribe to consider their thoughts on governance. I don't remember exactly how it goes. I'm sure Princess Celia remembers. She wrote it.
Yeah. I do.
History
and we'll
check.
go over it a little bit more later.
Maybe you could find that paper you wrote it down on it.
And I'll get it to you post haste. Emphasis on post.
That'd be awesome.
Cheers.
Celia remembers a drunk talk. Thank you, BB Grimes.
Thank God.
Yes! Great timing, Byron. Thank you.
That was so good. Okay, so as you shot back that drink, it knocked your electrical system into gear. Ka-choo! Operated that part of your brain that is the furthest away and broken off, almost. It is the contract clause. In the spirit of unity and shared prosperity among the tribes of Shark Food Island, the Sapphire Sun tribe agrees to collaborate with the Dirty Fist tribe in matters of governance and decision-making. Both tribes pledge to support each other's initiatives and to consider each other's perspectives. That's the clause.
Wow. I do have proficiency in a calligrapher's set, and that was phrased beautifully. So I'm very proud of myself for for that. Yeah.
So I guess I can see how that would be an issue if they're supposed to all be sharing this island, I guess, in equal parts. If two parts are working together, then they could push their motives on others. And I noticed that Sapphire is technically one of the largest areas. I know part of that's taken up by the jungle, as it may, but just in land, that's very interesting.
Well,
definitely.
It is how we have done things for thousands of years. And people say one tribe gaining more over another tribe. Any change between the tribes
is bad. Because when you are born here, you are put in a tribe, no matter where you were born at. You can be born in the Twilight Titan and be shipped to Sapphire Sun. So, there's a fragile ecosystem that is guided by the grace of Saphiri. And for any tribe to kind of change this balanced ecosystem, people think that could lead to Saphiri's return.
Oh. And that's a bad thing? Saphiri is your goddess, if I'm not mistaken.
Saphiri is not a goddess. Saphiri is a colossal spirit of the ocean, provided by Agba.
But you worship this being. That's important to you?
It is our protector.
Or you just scared of it? Oh, okay, protector. Got it. Kind of like the jellyfish kraken.
It gives us good feeling around the island. It brings harmony and has worked for this island for thousands of years. But if it is broken and Saphiri returns, she will not protect us. She will kill us and start the island again.
Is there anyone that might gain from this restarting of the island? Someone who maybe doesn't enjoy... I don't know. Are there people who do not enjoy their positions as they are slated into for their whole lives? Maybe those who don't... They want to change it up so they can be somewhere else in the pecking order?
Well, it sounds like if she returns, everyone's just gonna kind of disappear, and they're... I don't know. Maybe I'm misinterpreting.
Well, what will happen
confident
is a giant colossal shark will appear and try to eat the island.
I agree. Okay, well, if perhaps this kingdom was, say, Azir, and we are, doing our kingdom thing, and there's this little guy who has a life and he likes it, or he doesn't like it, but he has to, he's set in that station, and as long as Azir stands, he cannot move up. So it would stand the reason that someone in that position would want the whole thing to fall so that they could at least have a fighting shot at being something different than they are. If this place just doesn't seem to offer people room to change their mind, you just got to kind of do this thing your whole life and you don't get to do anything else. That kind of might, I don't know, if any of my sisters got put in that position, I'm sure they'd not enjoy it after a week. So I'm just curious of people who
easy would last the hour, frankly.
Correct. So if anyone's like that in here, they would definitely burn this place down just for the hell of it. So if you have any Mizus, that would be the first place I'd look. Or at Mizu.
I do
Speaking
know,
of which,
I have heard rumors that Mizu just goes by the door with his bowl splashing with water with Ganon in it. Your passive perceptions are high enough that you see her out the door.
Great. Look up. There's the kids. Okay, good. Okay. Back to the conversation.
Well, actually, meanwhile, because he's going to say, it's been known that the Dirty Fist tribe is a little jealous of the Sapphire Sun. I think because the Sapphire Sun is so big and provides so much, they feel kind of insignificant. But they provide all of the guards for the island, and they hunt the whales. They are the strongest of all the tribes. I don't know.
Do you remember which tribeman was the one that suggested the collaboration between Dirty Fist and Sapphire Sun? Were you...
No, all I saw was a hooded man come in and talk to Celia, and she added the clause.
You know what? I hope it wasn't the same hooded man who was talking about the murder plot,
Insight check.
the thing.
Insight check.
Cool. $13.
Can't tell. You never really saw that other man. You just heard about it.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, the one you were talking to at the table in your home bar.
I guess so. That was the one where I heard about the plot, right? I heard about that in the home bar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't tell. The one that spoke to you was hooded, and you were really drunk.
Yeah. I wish I was right now. I'm having a lot of regrets.
Meanwhile, sorry, go ahead.
Well, I guess it now even further stands the reason why we need to talk to insert name of shaman from Dirty Fist, because he would know about this arrangement, or he would know if his side put it up if he's the top dog.
Yeah. It does seem like we now have 5 things on the docket to do here.
But all kind of related. They all circle back to
absolutely.
things, which is nice.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Arista is watching these people move around and clear bones. What else do you want to do, Arista?
Have I heard anything that might lead me in the direction of where the shaman is?
You see them kind of walking back to what looks to be like this port where the water kind of laps up very shallowly and then goes back. And then past that is a busy town. Some of them that are getting off work are going to there, but nothing around points like Shaman lives here.
Okay, maybe I'll just head further into town then.
Okay, so right now you are, I'll point you out on the map. Right, you broke off, you were right there. And you could see that way and made your way like right there.
Okay.
So, do you want to go into the town? Do you want to how do you want to do this? Everywhere that green line is a wall. Every line in this map is a wall. They're just over the wall, so you can't see the wall.
Yeah, I think I want to go into town and just keep listening and see what I find out over here. Just sneaking around, listening to people.
Are you walking straight through that whale yard?
I think that yes, but I'm going to use my second plane of existence where I get to be invisible as my disguise.
Perfect. All right, so as you put that on, and just flop, 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 walk out into the sand. No one's really around this spot, so no one can really see the...
It's like a whole Magic Girl show.
These little footprints. So right now we just see indentations in the wet sand as you go. As you get close to town, you can see doors of stores opening with lights and stuff. This town already feels like kind of drunken, sloshy. These are fighters and whale hunters. So this is a very rough area. And you hear, as one door opens at the Great White Tavern, the door opens and you hear, hip hip hooray, hip hip hooray. You see through the door this giant stuffed great white shark with blood on its mouth hanging from the ceiling, bottles all over the wall. And as the door is closing, hip hip hooray to Chunta, thank you. Door shuts.
I want to go in there.
Okay, you going up to the door and opening it?
Yes, I'm going to very gently test the door, see if it will open.
Okay, it's not creaky, but you open it just a tiny bit. It's like one of those pull down levers and kind of pull open a little bit. You see there is a ton of warriors and hunters in here. Music is going really loud. It's very tropical music. And way off in the corner is this shark folk that almost has it comes up like a humanoid big head, but it kind of has like a nose and forehead of like a pointed shark a little bit with big teeth, and like a dorsal fin right here that kind of looks like a mohawk almost. He's got no shirt on, tattoos everywhere, super jacked, and is just leaning against this back wall of the chair with everyone kind of facing his direction and talking to him. Some people sitting on the ground laughing, a couple wrestling drunk, and their weapons all over the walls and floors and tables area, and a very distressed bartender running back and forth.
Did you say something earlier about the Great White Tavern being sort of open?
This one is not. The dorsal bar is
Oh,
dorsal.
the dorsal was. Okay. Can I take a look on either side of the door to see if there's any place there's like a window open or something that would make it easier for me to hear what's going on inside?
So all of the ceilings of the outside, there's a big roof over top of like straw and like whatever they use that looks like wet cement soil, probably clay. And it's very well done, and the walls are wood, but all the walls go up and the last like 8 inches are open. But the way the roof comes over it, rain never gets in those. And there's just like 2 feet poles, 2 feet poles. So like all the ceiling all the way around is open for a breeze.
Cool.
So if you were to crawl up the wall, you could look all the way in there.
Great. I want to do that.
Okay, go ahead and roll me an acrobat. Or athletic, excuse me. And then 24. Okay, yeah, you go up, and as you look inside, everyone's handing out drinks and stuff, and everyone's kind of quieted down as Chunta is just looking out at everybody, smiling. People are like giggling, looking, nudging each other. And he goes, "They're here." And you people go, "They're here, they're here." People laugh, "Shh. We knew this would happen. We knew they'd get pissed. So what are we gonna do?" And you just hear them all yell, "Kill them!" Just like screaming at the top of their lungs. And he just kind of giggles and looks at it. Like they're waiting for every little word from his mouth. And he goes, "Okay. But you lay not one fin on anyone on this island. You never forget that." And they all just kind of nod, blah, 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 blah. They're all pretty much in agreement, like, obviously, of course. And he goes, "But the whales, you heard Tagana on all your conches. It's time to go. So get out there. And I want more than we can get in a year. I want to teach these whales they are never to swim in our territory again." And they're all just kind of cheering and laughing. And then one of them stands up and says, "I don't understand. How is this going to do anything about the Sapphire Sun?" And he goes, "You leave that up to me. Go do your job."
Oof.
And with that, we'll end the episode for tonight.
Wow.
Thank you, Dice, for indulging me in my little spy movie moment.
Good little drama.
That was a good roll. So we're going to leave Mizu is in town shopping for different things. The rest of them are in the bar. Probably going to have to roll con saves when we get back because they had 5 drinks each at some point, unless they decide not to.
Some of us are nursing them.
And then Arista is in the middle of a tribe that she does not have clearance to be in. So, thank you everybody for watching. Hope everybody had fun. We'll see you next time for episode 7. All right, have a good night. Wait, don't go. There's more. Don't forget, this Friday we're doing a very special one-shot. Do you want to tell us about that, Meg?
Oh, sure. So we're diverting from the main party members of Into the Expanse, and we're following Drix as he tries to track down the Stormweaver after the Stormweaver yanked Zeph out of the sky.
Yeah, it's a really cool tie between the Second Coming and Into the Expanse.
And who'll be there?
And you can use your Ruta points on that one too.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
Hey, yeah, Michael, Meg, and I. Woohoo! Okay, anything else I'm forgetting?
That's Friday at 7.
Yes.
Here.
This Friday.
It's Friday. 2 days.
2 days.
1, 2.
All right. As always, gratitude. Good night.
Bye.